It's an amazing morning. Today is December 24th, 2021. And so I'm here at the water. And as I was driving here this morning, I'm going to try to get this word out as quick as possible because I'm not cooperating on this morning. But as I'm driving, my spirit, he said, I forgot what I was saying. I think I said someone or something like that. And instantly, when I said good morning, he dropped in spirit and said, watch your mouth. And I was like, what? What are you talking about, Father? Like, what are you talking about? What did I say? Did I curse? Did I say something wrong? And he began to talk to me and speak to me about the act of saying good morning, right? And we say it so effortlessly, like it's just like, you know, the thing to do, like, like I don't know if it's just American culture or if there's other cultures who greet each other the same way, but for sure in American culture, like the good morning. I mean, no, I'm not saying good morning no more. I'm taking that back, okay? Don't trip me up, sis. Don't trip me up. But so I don't know if it's just like our culture to say good morning because it's just like, like respect. Like, that's how we greet each other in the morning time. But in saying that word, you don't realize how it's setting the tone for your day and how you're speaking over your life in a sense, right? Because when you think of the word mourning, it's the act of like, like grieving something. It's the act of like you're depressed when you're in mourning, right? Like when you think of mourning someone's death, right? Now, here's the tricky part about it because a lot of people will try to argue, oh, well, it's spelled a different way. It's Morn, and it's not like the mourning as if you're mourning somebody like Mou. But when you're speaking things out of your mouth, does the universe know the difference between the spelling of that word? I don't think so. I don't think that the universe looks and says, "Oh, morning. Okay, she means the Morn one, not the Mou." You know what I'm saying? Like the universe doesn't know. It knows what you're speaking out of your mouth, and it receives what you're speaking out of your mouth. So if you're saying morning, the universe is just taking what you're saying out of your mouth, and we all know that what you speak, it shall be. It's power in your words. It's power in your tongue, and that's why the word warns you to be careful and be mindful of the things that come out of your mouth because it's such power. It says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And it's something so simple that can trip us up because, like I said, when you're saying morning, you're not thinking of the universe isn't deciphering the difference between the spelling. All it that is resonating with the atmosphere is the fact that morning is coming out of your mouth, right? So you're saying good morning in a sense when you're saying that, you're saying, okay, my day is going to be full of weeping, it's going to be sorrowful, it's going to be gloomy, it's going to, you know what I'm, because those things that all of those things are associated with the act of mourning. And so we have to really be mindful over things like that that's coming out of our mouths, and we have to be watchful. We have to be closely watchful over the things that's presiding forth from our mouth. And when the Father brought that to my to my mind this morning, I was like, oh my gosh. I said I didn't even realize that. Like every morning I come on um, this channel and I go live, and that's the first thing I say, you know? And I had no idea, like, to even begin to understand that, because I was thinking like anybody else. I don't mean mourning in that sense, I mean mourning like this, but the universe doesn't know the differentiation between the two, okay? The universe only hears what you say. That's like saying, what's another like word? Um, there and there, right? So depending on the situation, you might spell there Their or There. It's like different. It's the same word but spelled different ways, and it means something different. But again, the universe doesn't know. It doesn't take an English class, okay? It's not sitting in English with you when we're being taught these things. And I really believe, and within me that the English language, a lot of these words is meant to trip us up. It's meant to keep us suppressed. It's meant to dumb our minds down. And so when we're utilizing this language, and because a lot of us that's been born in the USA and we've been raised up to be taught this language, we're not realizing, our parents and even us as we become parents, we're not realizing how this language is is literally dumbing down our brains, and it's really altering and changing the path of our lives because it's power in your words. It's power in your words. You have to be mindful of everything that presides forth from your mouth. You have to be mindful and you have to be careful to be a close watcher over your words, because so quick, you can set the whole tone for your life. And I think it's a saying that goes, if you want to, um, how does it go? If you want to see where your life will, how does it go? Let me think. Um, I don't know the exact saying, but it's something like, like when you look at your life and you see where you are in life, and it may not be going the way that you intended it to go, or you might be failing at things, or you might be struggling with things, or it might be like different challenges every 5 minutes when you look up. And you should look back on the things that you've been speaking over your life to see, what have I been saying? What have I been speaking? What has been coming forth from my mouth? Because that is going to determine ultimately where you will be in life. You're speaking into your destiny when you're speaking. So when you see where you are in a few years and you're not where you want to be, then you have to take time to self-reflect and say, what have I been saying? What have I been speaking? What is this? A spider? Oh my gosh, the atmosphere is coming for me this morning. Okay, so I guess that's what happens when you sit outside. Um, but you have to self-reflect on what's been coming forth from your mouth. What have you been saying? What have you been speaking? And then you wonder why you're lacking. You wonder why you're not where you should be in life. You wonder why circumstances have happened the way that they have, because you were not mindful of what you were saying out of your mouth. You were just speaking, and that's what we do too. In our American culture, we just speak. Like, we don't really think about, like, words. Like, nobody got time for that. Like, we just say what we got to say and we keep it moving. And especially when you're Debbie Downer and you're going through a trying moment, that's the moment that you have to be the most careful of. Because in that moment, you get in this funk and you just feeling some type of way. And without even thinking, you just start speaking things into the atmosphere. You start thinking all of these, same to you. You start speaking all of these different things into the atmosphere, not even realizing it. And now, what was a bad situation is now worse, because not only were you going through these challenges, but now you are encouraging these challenges by the things that's going on. I mean, by the things that's coming out of your mouth. So you done decided to get with these challenges and have a whole party and entertain everything that these challenges is presenting in your life. And now you just done got with these challenges, and you having a conversation with these challenges, and you allowing now these challenges to take hold, take root really, and go forth and wreak havoc upon your life. And we all go through things in life. Like, it's a part of life to go through things. But it's not a matter of going through things, because we're all going to have challenges. It's a matter of what you're saying in that moment of challenge. When you think of Job, and Job, poor thing, went through it all. Like, he was put through the ringer, okay? He done had all his cattle died, livestock was dead, the kids done died. Like, he just went through it. He went through a major, major test before he received his promise and before things was restored to him. But in that moment of him going through his challenges and his struggles, he didn't give in to those challenges. He didn't start speaking, oh, curse the Father, and I can't believe this, and how could he do this to me? How could he allow this? He spoke life into the situation, even though to him it felt like everything around him was dying. But he didn't allow that to get him down. He still decided that he was going to speak, that he was going to speak life over his situation. And we have to do the same thing. We have to be mindful of what comes out of our mouths. We have to be watchful, and nobody's going to do it but us. Nobody's going to be responsible for the things that proceeds out of our mouth, and nobody can control what comes out of our mouths but our own selves. So we have to really pay attention and adhere to the things that we're saying, because it's ultimately setting the course of your destiny. Okay? It is setting the course of your destiny. What you speak, it shall be. And if you don't believe me, put it to the test. Oh, sorry. My throat is getting all choked up. Let me take a sip. Got my tea this morning on this bright and beautiful day with the planes flying overhead, sitting by the water. I'm loving it. This is my life, right? So we got to start speaking amazing things over our lives, right? Such as I'm blessed, I'm beautiful, I'm thankful, I'm financially secure, I'm stable in life, I love my kids love me, I'm prosperous, I'm abundant, I have an amazing spiritual connection with the Creator, right? The universe is giving to me every good thing that I deserve in life. I am blessed. I am more than enough. I am beautiful. I am bold. I am victorious. I am courageous. You have to start speaking these things into the atmosphere every day. Like when you're going throughout your day, just say those things to you, to yourself, especially when you're going through something, and you can have a moment where you're struggling, right? And you don't have the financial means, you don't know where it's coming from. Instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm broke. Oh my, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna get this money? How am I gonna support this? How am I gonna pay this bill?" Start speaking, "I have more than enough. This bill is gonna get paid. This bill is gonna be taken care of. That car that's broke down, guess what? It's going to get fixed. I may be walking right now, but guess what? I'm gonna get to where I gotta get to. I'm gonna get to point A to point B. Eventually, I'm gonna have a brand new car, right? He's bringing good things into my life. I know the promises of the Father. I know that, that He's bringing me through this moment, through this challenging time. Start speaking positive. Start speaking life into a dead situation. Start speaking life into your dead situations. Stop getting with these dead situations and dying with them. All right? Because the situation is in the coffin, don't mean you got to take off your shoes and climb in the coffin with that dead situation and join it. Right? If you go to a funeral and you see a dead body, are you going to get inside the coffin with the body? No, typically, people stand back and they might cry and they might mourn and they might feel the emotions of losing that person. But you don't see them literally climbing in the coffin, close the casket, and bury me alive with this person. No, you have to speak life into that dead situation, because if you don't resurrect it, who's going to? Right? If you don't speak life into that situation, who's going to? Because guess what? In that moment of struggle, in that moment of chaos, in that moment of craziness, in that moment of challenge, it is nobody but you 9 times out of 10, but you in that moment. It's just you in that moment. And now you're faced with a decision. How are you going to respond? Are you going to respond and join this pity party? Are you going to speak to that dead thing and say, rise? I refuse to fall. I refuse to give up. I will not get discouraged. You have to speak to yourself. And it's intriguing to me how it's so easy to just join the party instead of fighting. Right? Like you just like, okay, whatever, I'm down, I'm depressed. All right, I'm gonna just, join this depression and I'm gonna just get with this. Instead of doing the total opposite and speaking against it. Right? That's like if you were a parent, right, and you have your child and you have someone who's coming and trying to steal your child from you, right? This is the perfect situation. Thank you, Father. And that's like you joining a person, right, that's trying to steal your child. You joining that person and helping them try to steal your child. All right, now they done came, they snatched your child. You done went, you done got the Pampers, the clothes, the sneakers, the food here. Y'all need some juice to take with y'all along the journey. Like, you just helping them abduct your child. You giving your child right into their hands. Here you go. Let me help you out. What else you need? You need a little bit of cash along the way too, right? Like that is the insanity of speaking in a negative sense to your negative situation. That is the insanity of it. Why would you do that? Why would you help the abductor steal your child instead of trying to help save your child? Instead of running after that abductor and fighting with all your might to try to get your child back. You won't have my child. You're not going to take my child. You're not going to steal my child. I'm going to fight you, all right, to the death of me, because you can't take what's mine. I will not allow you to take with what is mine as long as I have breath in my body. There is no way that you about to take my child up out of my hands and I'm standing right here looking at you. And it's the same thing. Like, we have to begin to be on the other side of the fence, okay? Where we speaking out against that thing that's trying to rise up against us. And I'm a victim of this too, because sometimes I get in my mind, I might not speak it because I don't speak out a lot. You know, I am for the most part mindful of that. But I do, but it's, yeah, your mind is powerful too, because just because you don't speak it, even if you think it, have you ever just thought something and it happened and you like, oh my gosh, I didn't even say nothing. All I did was think it and there it is, right? Your mind is so powerful. We don't even realize the power that lays within this thing in our skull that the Creator has blessed us with. We don't even know the full capability that it has. But your mind is so powerful that it can literally draw anything you want to into your life. That's how powerful your mind is. If you think strongly enough about something, it will happen. It will manifest in the physical. You will be able to touch it, taste it, smell it, see it, feel it. It will be so real in your life. That's how powerful our minds are. So not only do you have to be careful to watch over what you say, you have to be careful to watch over what you think. So when you're going through these challenging moments, you have to not only watch your mouth, but you have to watch your mind. You have to watch your mouth and you have to watch your mind, because the two go hand in hand. First you think, then you speak, right? And what you think and you speak, it shall be. So you have to watch your mind, you have to watch your mouth, and you have to be a protector over it. You have to take everything back to him in prayer. Like, Father, I don't know what's going on. I'm having a situation now. I got these crazy thoughts in my head. Help me, because I can't do this on my own. I need you to help me. I need you to lift me up out of this rut, because I'm so like caught up in my thoughts that I can't even pull myself out. And nobody can do it but you. And we all know that he's faithful. He comes through. He shows up and he shows out when you least expect it. And another thing that he brought to my attention this morning is we have to be careful of people, okay? Because when he's bringing promises into your life, and he's bringing visions that he may have given you, or he's put a particular thought in your mind, and you know and you see it. Know what's going on with my throat this morning, and you know that for sure that this is something that he's going to be bringing into your life. You have to be careful, because a counterfeit will try to come and replicate the very good thing that he has promised you. It will try and it will come, and this very thing happened to me this morning, because I had just, I started, today was day 2, because yesterday I read Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 through 14, which is we're going to be reading for the next 28 days. So today was day 2 of me doing that, right? And I woke up at 6 a.m. and like yesterday I read it like 4 times. Like, I was just on a roll with it. Today I read it so far once this morning when I woke up. I read Deuteronomy 28 verses 1 through 14. And on my way to the water, I got a request from someone on my Instagram, and they was like, "Oh, it's the holiday, it's Christmas, and I want to cash app you. I'm cash apping like random people from my Instagram money." So I was like, "All right, cool." So I sent my cash app information, and of course it was a scam. Like, I'm very wise, thankfully, and it doesn't take long for me to realize that something ain't right with this situation. Like, something going on here. Like, I'm very like, my eyes are wide open. Okay, I see very quickly. So as I'm conversating with this person, it started off like a normal person. So I'm like, all right, cool, maybe it's real. Okay, maybe somebody's just doing a good deed, because there are good people in this world who do good things, right? And so as I begin to speak and converse with this person, I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? So you want me to go in my Cash App put in your email, because was it the email or your name, your Cash App name? You want me to go to my Cash App and put in your Cash App name and send you $1,000. I didn't even read too far into what it is he was trying to get me to do, because once he said no, go to your Cash App, I was like, huh? I was like, listen. And I just had to like put him in his place really quick. I don't know who you think you're playing with, and I don't know who you think I am. But clearly you do not know me, and you do not know the one that I serve, and you do not know my protection that's behind me. And you played with the wrong one this morning. And I put him in his place. I'm not gonna, I didn't curse at him, but, and I'm not gonna repeat what I said to him, but he cursed at me. He told me to go F off after I was done with him. You right? And I was just like, all right, that's fine. Carry on with your day. Um, but it's not, and that's another thing too, because when you got people out here who's scamming, and they prey on people that they feel is weak. They prey on single mothers. They prey, especially these social media scammers. Like, they go on your profile, they see you got kids, they see that ain't no man to back you, that your pictures is probably just you and your kids, or, like, they look at the vulnerableness of your social media profile to see where they can get in at. They see where you're vulnerable, what you're most vulnerable about, right? So it could be you posted, oh, I got a sick mother, I got a sick father, I'm a single mother, or they, pictures, certain pictures, like, that's their job. Their job is to scam in any way that they can, and they don't care about your circumstance. They don't care if you're struggling and a single mother. Like, they will go to the furthest extent to get money. And it's sad, and woe to them, okay? And then woe to them, because if they're out there and they're doing that and they're scamming and they're trying to get over on people, like, they don't got to answer, especially when you protected by the creator. They don't got to answer to you. Like, they may have very well even scammed you and got over on you. But what you have to realize is that when you serve the higher power, all right, the one that created the universe and everything in it, you are protected. Okay? And he's going to give you back that which was taken from you tenfold. He's going to restore it to you. And not only is he going to restore it to you, but he's going to repay them. He's going to repay them for their wicked hand. Like, it's not going to go unseen. It's not going to go unnoticed. And he is surely going to be the vengeance in the situation. And so you don't have to worry about fighting the battle. You don't got to worry about getting back at somebody who wronged you. You don't got to worry about getting into an argument with them. If you having a disagreement with somebody, and this is totally off course. He does it, though. He does it, right? But if you having a disagreement with somebody, you know what? You surely right. Bless your heart. Like, that's my favorite saying when things is just, the conversation ain't going in a positive step in the right direction. I'm just like, you know what? Bless your heart. And that's it, because there's nothing else to talk about. If we having a disagreement and you ain't hearing what I'm saying and I'm not hearing what you saying and we just ain't agreeing, well, guess what? We're going to have to agree to disagree, and go in our own separate ways, because I'm not about to waste my precious time, all right, that I have been gifted with, time that I could be using to pray about manifesting something into my life, because there's some things going on over here that I need worked out. And I'm not about to waste my time, waste my valuable words on arguing with you. I'm not. So guess what? You have yourself a good day. Bless your heart. And I'm going to go my own way, and I'm going to do what I need to do, because I'm not about to play with you. And that's what we have to begin to learn. Like, pick your battles. Everything is not meant for you to fight. Every battle is not meant for you to, to be in. Sometimes you have to know when to walk away, and when to know that it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. It's not worth the crazy tone it's going to set for the rest of your day. And it's not going to be worth the aggravation that you're going to feel, and the anger you're going to feel inside, because now your mood all messed up and jacked up because you done chose to engage in this argument. It's not worth it. Like, it's better to just get your peace and walk away. Get your peace and walk away. It's been so many times in my past relationship that the person I was with was just speaking crazy. Like, things just was coming out of this person's mouth as if, Like we ain't even in a relationship. Like I'm just a random person on the street. And that should never be, because when you are perfectly joined with your kingdom spouse who the Father has for you, then whether you agree or whether you disagree, it's with ease. It's not disrespect that's going to come forth in them disagreements. Like you're going to figure a way to work through it. Okay, we having this disagreement, right? We having this disagreement in this moment, but how are we going to work through this? What is the solution here? What's the resolution? Because I'm not about to sit here and be disrespectful towards you. You ain't gonna sit here and be disrespectful towards me, because at the end of the day, we love each other, right? Right, right. Um, and so we love each other, right? And so, what benefit is it for us two people who love each other to tear each other down? Because that's not love. That is not love at all. It is not love to sit there and tear down the very person that you're with. I don't care what y'all going through or what y'all disagreeing about. That's not love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is enduring. Right? So when you say you love someone, you're not an emotion, right? Love isn't an emotion, love is an action. So when you're saying that you love someone, that you love someone, you're protecting that good gift. Oh my gosh, look at this little boy coming up. Oh, I would be scared to death. I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted because this parent is walking out here with his kids, but over here on the water, there's like no barrier. And I brought my son out here the other day with me, and I was terrified. I was like, "Oh, we gotta go because I cannot swim. I don't. You can't even see what's in this water. I'm not about to play with this water. We gotta go because there's no guard. Like when you walk out. Let me show y'all. See, there's no guard, so you can just like really fall into the water. And he over there with his kids, and that's a little bit too close for my liking. But what was I saying? So love is an action word, right? So when you're saying that you love someone, you're protecting that gift that was given to you. Love is you're protecting. Love means to protect. So if I'm sitting there, okay, I'm gonna take the time to read your comment later because I'm reading what you're saying, but I'm not really understanding at the moment. So I got you, sis. I'm gonna read it after I finish this live and respond. But because I see you wrote quite a bit, so I want to make sure that I'm taking the time to read it and fully understanding what you're saying. So when you're saying that you love someone, you are vowing to protect that person. So if you're getting into a disagreement with someone and you being disrespectful and you tearing them down and you bashing, you no good man, you no good woman, you useless, you this, you that, you getting into all of these crazy negative words, that is not loving someone. That's not protecting them. How can you say I love you? I'm protecting you, right? Because that's what love is. When you say you love someone, you're vowing to protect that person. So how can you tell me that you're protecting me, but then you're bashing me and tearing me down and saying all of these horrible things about me just because you're upset? That's not love. There's nothing that is love that is not love in no sense. Okay? And I don't know even why I got into this topic, because all I came on here to say was watch your mouth. That's it. Just watch your mouth. And it just done took a turn. But thank you, Father, because He knows what He got to say. And He's going to get out there what He got to say. And it's a beautiful day. Like, this is like the second day I'm at this water, and I just do not want to leave, okay? I don't. Let me see if I can look at your comment. What did you say, sis? Let me read. Yep. Yep. They absolutely do. Yep. They do. And it's sad because it's like, really? Like, you really about to go through this extreme just for a penny? Just for $1? Like, what is that worth your soul? What is it worth it to gain a whole world and lose your soul? I'm not I don't got time to be playing like that. Like before I'm about to scam somebody or try to get over somebody, I'd rather struggle for the rest of my life. And I'm not even joking. Because I know that karma is real. And I know that when karma comes back for me, woe to me. Right? Woe to me. So I try to be the very best person I can be. And I'm not perfect. You know, nobody in life is perfect. Like we all got our faults, we all got our failures. We all have our moments when we might act in anger, you know, and we may not be the best people that we supposed to be. But the point is that you strive to at least become the best person that you could be, right? And that's all you can do in life. All you can do is just learn from your mistakes and your failures and change, and just change from it, right? And let me tell you, when you doing the right thing in life, and when you're doing what you're supposed to do in life, when you praying and you standing in faith, and when you persevering despite your circumstances, and when you refuse to get knocked down and stay down, but you get back up, good things is gonna find you. It has to. The law of attraction is real. The law of karma is real. And karma is just basically, I'm so nervous for this little boy. He is walking, I would be terrified for my child. Bless this parent's heart. He is on his beam by himself, no parent, walking amongst this water. Look at him. I don't know if y'all can see him. Look, I would be terrified. Oh my gosh. Bless their heart. I can't drink that much water, so I'm not. My kids would, we ain't doing it. We is not doing it. I would be terrified. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, karma is basically karma is basically that what you put out into the atmosphere, you're gonna get back. What you reap, you shall sow. Right. So if you take an apple and you go plant it in the ground, an orange ain't coming up out that ground. You're gonna get an apple because you planted an apple tree. If you take a lemon and you trying to grow a lemon tree, you're gonna get a lemon. You're not gonna get a pineapple, right? And whatever you that, and it's the same. Like when you think of nature and how nature, what you plant in nature, you get back. Nature is a reflection of us, right? So if nature says you plant this apple tree, you're gonna get apple. If you plant this orange tree, you're gonna get an orange. If you plant this banana tree, you're going to get bananas. Why would you think that your life is not the same way? Right? Whatever you put into life is what you're going to get out of life. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared for this little boy. And he's running like both of them. I hope they know how to swim. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Listen, I'm a parent, and maybe my fears is projecting upon them, but I would never bring my kids. I told you I brought my son one time, and he wasn't even nowhere near the piers. He was just running full force towards the piers, and I was like, oh no, time to go, time to go. There's no way, no how. So anyway, yeah. So you're gonna reap what you sow. Whatever you put out into the universe, whatever you speak into the universe, you're getting back. If you speak into the universe, I'm broke, guess what? You're going to be broke. If you speak into the universe, I'm rich, guess what? You're going to be rich. If you speak into the universe, I ain't got no house, guess what? You ain't going to have no house. But if you speak into the universe, I have a house, guess what you're going to be living in? A house. Right? It's so simple. It's so simple. And some things take longer than others to manifest. So you might be speaking and thinking, oh, this ain't working. I've been speaking for the last 15 years. I was going to be a millionaire, and I'm still over here struggling, right? And it's not a matter of just speaking, okay? Because when you speak, the universe is going to find a way to make that thing manifest. It's going to be working. The moment you speak it out of your mouth, the universe is already capturing that thing and trying to figure out how can we make this become a reality for this person? How can we make this happen, right? Just like when the Father spoke, let there be light, there was light. It's power in your words. And we mirror him. It is power in our words, just like it's power in his words. What you speak, it shall be. And so that is the word for this day. I keep hearing African drums. I don't know what's going on on this water today, y'all. I keep hearing drums in the distance, but and there's no drums. I'm here on the water, and it's beautiful. But I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. It's already 35 minutes. I know people be tuning into these videos and they be like, "This girl talk too much. I ain't got all day. I gotta go." And they get off. And I don't want my videos to be too long to where people lose the message. So on that note, I'm gonna go, and I hope this was a word. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Okay, have an amazing day. And now I got to think of something else to say when I come on in the morning instead of good morning. So I don't know what it's gonna be. I gotta think about it. Any suggestions? Drop a comment. Let me know. What should I say? What should my introduction be, y'all? What should my introduction be? And to all of my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome to the family. I have been seeing, well, I think we haven't had a new person in a while, but, well, about a week or so, but welcome to my new subscribers and the ones that aren't here yet, but they're going to be showing up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And to my viewers, if you haven't subscribed, but you're just tuning in to watch, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for hearing this good word that has been set forth. And I just hope y'all have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day.